Artificial Intelligence Interview Practice Questions. Set 3. Question 1. What is the purpose of the ReLU activation function? A. To convert outputs to a probability distribution. B. To introduce nonlinearity in a neural network. C. To normalize inputs to a range between 0 and 1. D. To prevent overfitting by reducing model complexity. The correct answer is B. To introduce nonlinearity in a neural network. ReLU helps neural networks learn complex patterns by introducing nonlinearity. Question 2. Which of the following is an example of unsupervised learning? A. Decision trees. B. K-means clustering. C. Support vector machines. D. Linear regression. The correct answer is B. K-means clustering. K-means clustering is used to group data without labels, which is unsupervised learning. Question 3. What is a support vector machine? A. A deep learning algorithm. B. A classification and regression algorithm. C. An unsupervised learning algorithm. D. A clustering algorithm. The correct answer is B. A classification and regression algorithm. SVM is used for both classification and regression tasks by finding hyperplanes. Question 4. What is feature scaling? A. Normalizing data to a specific range. B. Splitting data into training and testing sets. C. Removing duplicate records from the dataset. D. Imputing missing values in the data. The correct answer is A. Normalizing data to a specific range. Feature scaling transforms features into a consistent range, improving model performance. Question 5. What is principal component analysis? A. A regression algorithm. B. A technique for feature selection. C. A dimensionality reduction technique. D. A classification method. The correct answer is C. A dimensionality reduction technique. PCA reduces the number of features in a dataset while preserving important information. Question 6. Which algorithm is commonly used for object detection in computer vision? A. K-means clustering. B. Convolutional neural networks. C. Decision trees. D. Linear regression. The correct answer is B. Convolutional neural networks. CNNs are highly effective for image-related tasks like object detection and classification. Question 7. What is the purpose of dropout in neural networks? A. To speed up training. B. To prevent overfitting by randomly dropping neurons. C. To normalize the input data. D. To increase the number of parameters in the model. The correct answer is B. To prevent overfitting by randomly dropping neurons. Dropout helps avoid overfitting by randomly deactivating neurons during training. Question 8. Which technique can be used to prevent overfitting in a decision tree? A. Pruning. B. Dropout. C. Feature scaling. D. Increasing the tree depth. The correct answer is A. Pruning. Pruning reduces the size of the tree and removes unnecessary branches to prevent overfitting. Question 9. What is the role of bias in a neural network? A. To prevent overfitting. B. To shift the activation function output. C. To normalize input data. D. To increase the number of features in the model. The correct answer is B. To shift the activation function output. Bias helps adjust the output of neurons, improving the model's accuracy. Question 10. What is regularization in machine learning? A. Increasing the number of features in a model. B. Reducing the complexity of the model to prevent overfitting. C. Splitting data into training and testing sets. D. Improving the model's performance on unseen data. The correct answer is B. Reducing the complexity of the model to prevent overfitting. Regularization techniques like L2 reduce model complexity to avoid overfitting. Question 11. What is the purpose of the softmax function? A. To normalize outputs into a probability distribution. B. To compute the loss in classification tasks. C. To improve model performance by adjusting weights. D. To scale input features between 0 and 1. The correct answer is A. To normalize outputs into a probability distribution. Softmax converts raw model outputs into probabilities for classification tasks. Question 12. What is transfer learning in deep learning? A. Reusing a pre-trained model for a new task. B. Training a model on new data without labels. C. Using reinforcement learning for training. D. Improving model accuracy using more data. The correct answer is A. Reusing a pre-trained model for a new task. Transfer learning allows leveraging a pre-trained model for a new but similar task. Question 13. What is backpropagation in neural networks? A. The process of updating model parameters based on errors. B. The process of selecting features for the model. C. The process of normalizing data. D. The process of training a model with labeled data. The correct answer is A. The process of updating model parameters based on errors. Backpropagation adjusts weights in the network to minimize prediction errors during training. Question 14. What is batch normalization? A. A method for pruning decision trees. B. A technique for normalizing inputs to improve training speed. C. A type of activation function. D. A technique for generating synthetic data. The correct answer is B. A technique for normalizing inputs to improve training speed. Batch normalization stabilizes learning by normalizing activations and gradients in deep networks. Question 15. What is gradient descent used for? A. Minimizing the model's loss function. B. Increasing the complexity of the model. C. Optimizing the features used in the model. D. Splitting the dataset into training and testing sets. The correct answer is A. Minimizing the model's loss function. Gradient descent iteratively adjusts parameters to minimize the model's loss function. Question 16. What is early stopping in machine learning? A. Stopping training when model performance decreases. B. Stopping training after a fixed number of epochs. C. Monitoring training performance and stopping before overfitting occurs. D. Stopping training after a model reaches a specific accuracy. The correct answer is C. Monitoring training performance and stopping before overfitting occurs. Early stopping prevents overfitting by halting training once performance plateaus. Question 17. What is overfitting in machine learning? A. When the model performs poorly on both training and test data. B. When the model is too simple for the data. C. When the model performs well on training data but poorly on test data. D. When the model performs well on unseen data. The correct answer is C. When the model performs well on training data but poorly on test data. Overfitting occurs when a model memorizes training data and fails on new data. Question 18. What is cross-validation? A. A method for increasing the dataset size. B. A technique for evaluating model performance using different data splits. C. A method for tuning hyperparameters. D. A technique for reducing overfitting in decision trees. The correct answer is B. A technique for evaluating model performance using different data splits. Cross-validation splits data into multiple subsets for training and validation to reduce bias. Question 19. What is a decision tree? A. A classification algorithm that uses a tree structure. B. A type of neural network. C. A clustering algorithm. D. A regression algorithm for continuous data. The correct answer is A. A classification algorithm that uses a tree structure. Decision trees split data based on feature values to classify data points. Question 20. What is Bayesian inference? A. A method for making predictions based on the likelihood of data. B. A technique for improving model accuracy. C. A type of ensemble learning algorithm. D. A method for dimensionality reduction. The correct answer is A. A method for making predictions based on the likelihood of data. Bayesian inference updates beliefs based on evidence and the likelihood of events.